What's up, my YouTube custodian friends? I'm sitting here at work waiting on my coworker. Of course, she's running late. It's okay though, it's summertime, so it really don't matter. Well, it does matter, but it don't matter. You know what I mean. We're not really supposed to work, we're supposed to work 7 to 3, but we come in 6 to 2 to get out at 2 o'clock, kind of early. That's one good thing about working at this school, and maybe even you people out there. Summertime, we can kind of come in earlier if we want to, so we can get out early. So we like to come in a little bit earlier and get out early. So anyways, with that said, I'm just waiting on her. But I do have this is not going to be a long video. This is just going to be a few minutes. So at my school, we're required to upkeep the premises, cutting the grass, all that jazz, power washing. So my question is, when I first started here, I never used chemicals as like a replacement for weed eating. I always liked weed eating. Weed eating was my thing. I like the way it looks when you're done. But when I came here, the vice principal was having to do majority of the yard work before I came. And, we have a weed eater back there, and so I went and got it, and I noticed, man, this thing ain't been started in years. I'm like, well, I don't think this is going to work. Well, I got it to work and stuff. It ran like crap, but it ran. And I was out here weed eating, and he comes out, he says, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm going to weed eat the grass, or the sides." And he's like, "Man," he says, "you must be dedicated." He said, "We spray around here." And I'm like, "Oh." I said, "I'm not really a big fan of spraying. I think weed eating looks the best." But he says, "All right." He says, "When you're done, come talk to me." I was like, "Oh, okay." So I get done, and now this is like right at the beginning of summer. It took me, and I didn't even finish. I probably still had another day worth of weed eating to do, but I got done. It was like 2 o'clock. And I go into his office. I said, "You want to see me?" He says, "How do you feel?" And I said, "I'm tired." And he says, "Really?" He says, "I can look at your face. You are just pouring sweat." He says, "And you're not even done yet." And I said, "No." And I'm like, "You know what? I think you're right. I think I'm going to go ahead and start spraying." So at a big facility, our school's not big, but we do have a lot of land to cover as far as maintenance, or not maintenance, but like yard work goes. But man, I'm telling you, walking that, I'd rather spray. We have our zero turner. We have an attachment on it that you can put the chemicals in and you can ride around and spray. And I'm like, this is a lot easier. I'm going to go ahead and start doing this. So I told him, I said, "You're right. I was wrong." So I ain't weed eated since. All I do is spray. And actually, if you spray an even stream and you follow that line, it doesn't look that bad. It really doesn't. But what do you guys do? Do y'all weed eat or do y'all spray? Did y'all make the same mistake I did and thought you can walk around and spray? Weed eat? Or did you just say, "You know what? I'm not doing that. I'm going to spray"? Let me know in the comments of what y'all do. But anyways, I told you this was going to be a quick video. It's just, do you prefer spraying or do you prefer weed eating? So, looks like we're going to get some rain today, so I had a little bit more spraying to do, so it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So, today might be an easy day. I'll talk to y'all later. I'm out.